the last week it's felt like it's been pretty slow still with progress. It's like that. Yeah, there's a saying that people often giving up just as they're about to make it happen, and I've been feeling like it's almost ready to put it to the App Store and the Google Store just for private testing. But even that just feels really tangible, because this idea, when I had it a few months ago, it just, it was just an idea that floated into my mind, and now it's really feels like a tangible thing. So to put it actually onto the App Store and the Google Store, and to be able to send it to people, and even including for myself to, be able to click on the link or go in the app or whatever. I still have to work all this stuff out because I've never done it before. I've got an idea. Okay, I've got my Apple developer account. I've got my Google developer account, whatever you want to call it, whatever it's called, things. I've got that sorted. That's in the bag. It's done. But just, and today I've been seeing the GitHub. I see that all over the place. I'm just like, what is that? And I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, I even asked the AI, I'm like, what's GitHub? And then gave me this response. And I'm just like, okay, sick. I don't know what that means, but that's great. And today, I actually worked out what that is and what I need to use it for. Because I was having these bugs, which miraculously disappeared. Which is lovely, and I hope that they don't come back when I put it into test mode, but that's why we got to test it. So I'm a bit all over the place because it's just like my brain's just like melted. It's just like, oh gosh, and then sometimes the AI is like, yeah, you got to do this thing now. I'm just like, really? Do we have to do that? Yes, you got to do that. Like, fine. And I think I just said a whole bunch of sentences that I didn't even finish, but GitHub, kind of worked out what that is. I put my first, because of the bugs. So, I was getting on the Flutterflow I'm using, community website, community page, and, people kind of bitching around about stuff on there and new updates, or just like good stuff. It's not, it's a mixed bag, like it usually is on online forums and things. And and then through that I found a link that someone useful had put on there, like, if you've got issues, this is where you should tell people about it. And it was the GitHub thing, and I'm just like, GitHub's not Flutterflow, but all right, it's there, and legit people look like they're putting it there. So I clicked on that, and then I looked up similar issues to what I was having. I looked up keywords and just saw what was there, and there was some thread already, and also somebody else had an issue with that, and then those two issues were put together into the same ticket thing. So I wrote a little comment on there, and then I was reading give permission for you to look into my app. I'm like, how's that working? And but I worked that out today. Because I realized actually the point. No, I don't know all the ins and outs. I just know this one little bit now, that or two little bits. One, if I got an issue, it's a better place to write it there, and it's more useful, especially if you think it's not just to do with your app, you think it's to do with the whole programming thing. There's a thread for that in there, which was very useful to find out. And then the second thing is that I actually, what do you call it? I don't even know what you call it. I pushed the thing, the code stuff, to whatever you say. Yeah, to GitHub. I did that today. I worked out that's one thing you do with that. And because I was kind of freaking out, one of the things that's in the back of the mind, and the reason why I'm just like, wow, my brain is finished, but it's not finished, but melting, but I'm putting it back together, is because one thing I was just like, so how do you do all these versions? If I want to update the app in the future, which obviously I do, because I'm doing, I'm getting it ready for testing, but I know that it's not perfect. I just want to, make sure that the core features, that people kind of understand what that is, that it makes sense, that, to see what feedback that I get. Maybe some stuff sucks. That's cool. That's good to know. I need to know that stuff. Or maybe I really need to put this element into that. Definitely can't wait till later or something. These things. So losing my train of thought. Yeah, just melted. It'll come back if it's important, surely. Anyway. So what else? So GitHub bugs gone just randomly. I hope that, yeah, like I said, I hope that they don't come back when I put the app onto the test mode in the Google and the Apple stores, which I hear can happen sometimes. But my good mate Grok has a backup plan. I don't know if it's a good backup plan, but he's got a backup plan in case the thing doesn't work. And I was just like spending the week, I'm just like, man, these bugs not going. And I'm just spending the week like looking at them and like, because I can't even test, like I can't even do like a little mini test when there's even one bug. Like the bugs just have to go. So all this work that I was doing, I couldn't even test it, which feels kind of scary because I'm like, because I don't know what I'm doing. I've been trying to be super meticulous about, you know, do a thing, test it out, do a thing, test it out. But the whole program is kind of set up to encourage the users to do that, which is actually really, I mean, it is really great. Thank you, Flutterflow, for doing that. Yeah, so, but there's been, yeah, I've had a few wins even still. Which is cool, like, and it's kind of when I get a win, it's almost like, wow, okay, like sometimes it just happens in like half an hour of work and then I get a win and it's just like, oh how lovely. Because other times it's like, oh my god, it's been like a week and a half or 2 weeks or like never, and you working and then like no solution is the solution and you still got those freaking bugs there. So yeah, it's been a bit like that. But yeah, it's coming together. And yeah, I was supposed to have my beta testing first one tomorrow, but with the bugs and all the things going on, it's just like, okay, that's not going to happen. But I also realized that it makes actually more sense not to rush that, and the people that already have shown interest, I was teachers at the music school where I'm working, and other colleagues and friends and family, and interested to test it out for me. But I guess it makes sense once I have actually got it into the Apple store and the Google store myself and being able to click it myself and be like, oh look, I got my app on my phone. How sick is that? And and a few close people around can check it out, because if it crashes, it's nicer that it happens like just on to me. If it crashes on my phone, that's all right. I'm okay with that. Yeah, but better first there, I guess, than asking 50 people to test it and then it crashes for all 50 people. That would really not be wonderful. Yeah. All right.